Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, welcome back again to HTV. So Nnamdi Kanu has been arrested. Some are happy with his arrest, while some are sad. So for me, this IPOB case and Nnamdi Kanu needs to be treated with dialogue, not grievances or anger. So I believe there are more pressing problems than this in this country presently. Nnamdi Kanu has been rearrested and returned to Nigeria. The leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, that's the IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu has been rearrested and brought back to Nigeria to face his trial. Nigeria Attorney General and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami said. So at a joint press briefing where they were sitting with security services in Abuja, Mr. Malami disclosed that international collaborative effort with security agencies led to Mr. Kanu's arrest and repatriations to Nigeria. Mr. Kanu and his co-defendants are facing treasonable felony charges at the Federal High Court in Abuja. So Mr. Kanu fled the country back in 2017 after an invasion to his house whereby all the military and Afaku and Umeha Abba State were all killed, and that the story was much then. So the Nigerian government obtained a court order in September 2017 due to the designation of IPOB a terrorist group and to prescribe it. So more details are coming in during this present arrest. I will say I have not seen anyone being protected with security or at any stage with the way Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB leader, was escorted in and out of court in Abuja. All entrance to the court were under locks. A lot are asking how was he arrested? So many questions already. So Nnamdi Kanu was lured with cash donations and arrested. So Nnamdi Kanu, the leaders of the indigenous people of Biafra, was lured to a location in an African country with a promise of cash donations in millions of dollars. So security sources informed us that the operation to arrest and put him back on trial has been ongoing for a while. As you all know, this guy have been trying to arrest Kanu for a while now until success was recorded on Sunday. So the Nigerian government has not named the country where Kanu was arrested, with Abubakar Malami, the Attorney General of the Federation, just saying he was intercepted and extradited to Nigeria from the UK. So we also gathered that Kanu was tracked through some members of IPOB who were recently arrested following a massive military operation in Southeast. The security agencies worked through the link to give the IPOB leader the impression that he was going to be giving some millions of dollars in cash donations to the organization. He was said to have decided to collect the money himself because of all the huge amount involved. Kanu even kept his associate in the dark about this mission, according to the security sources who said the top hierarchy did not know his whereabouts on the day he was arrested. So on arriving at the location where he was about to collect the donation, he was arrested by the country security agencies and Interpol, and his extradition was expedited, and sources said this has brought an end to the long-running episode since he left Nigeria to the UK while on bail. His bail is expected to resume on July 26th. So that's according to the cable. As it seems, greediness of money, yes, money is very powerful. Upon his arrest, so many people are dropping their thoughts. In a tweet from Erufai's son, he wants Nnamdi Kanu locked up with cows. So in his tweet, he should be locked in a cell with a cow, please. And yeah, he was tagging President Buhari to his tweet. In another tweet from Buhari's aides, so the language is now clear for everyone to understand. I must say there are more clearer languages to be understand at this very case. All these tweets are coming after Nnamdi Kanu's arrest. I'm not picking sides here, but I think they shouldn't be rejoicing now. This might lead to something else if not handled with caution. The kind of crowd this Kanu pulls is massive, and dialogue should be revolved or involved in here in this Kanu case. Kanu has had his first hearing in court and he's been remanded in prison till July 26th. The court in Abuja granted the order for him to be remanded on charges, yes, several charges bordering on alleged treasons, and he's waiting his trial come 26. Kanu appears in court without his lawyer or any member of his defense team, so it's going to be a tough one. And yes, according to Rene Omokri, the only thing I fought Nnamdi Kanu on is his call on his members to kill policemen and soldiers. Other than that, he is a freedom fighter. Yes, he's under arrest today. Buhari, who has arrested him, was himself under arrest between 1985 to 88. No condition is permanent. Yes, that's coming from Rene Omokri's table. So for those saying he should be locked with cows and languages not being cleared or being cleared now, I think he still have his human rights, and yes, dialogue should be brought into this, because if not handled with caution, something terrible might happen. And yes, guys, listen to this.
I am passing this message across to President Muhammadu Buhari, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami. Both of them, we've been together for a long time as political allies in the days of the defunct CPC and even before then. And even though one is not part of those who can, take decision for the administration, one still feels that one should be able to intervene with pieces of advice when it is most needed. I want us not to view the arrest of Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu, leaders of IPOB, as a thing to gloat or rejoice over, because I want to talk to you as an authority in conflict management, conflict resolution, conflict prevention now, and I'm putting on my cap of conflict prevention presently. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who was taken to custody, who later jumped bail, and now lately arrested, is not the same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of old. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in custody right now is one who embodies the hopes and aspirations of thousands, if not millions, of Igbo youths who are ready to follow him to any length. And we have seen how he's been able to magnetize them to himself. Whether you believe in the logic of the cause he is advocating for or not, the fact remains that he enjoys a huge followership that are consequential as far as peace and harmony, particularly the southeastern part of Nigeria, is concerned. So I will want to plead with the authorities to be magnanimous in victory in court, and to go beyond that to see how a window can be opened for dialogue, so that whatever the grievances of his followers are, you will be able to resolve it amicably. But if you stand on the ground that they are terrorists, they should be treated with iron hand, well, I'm not sure we are going to see an end to this anytime soon. Because from my observation of the type of crowd he attracts, it's quite electrifying, it's quite magnetic, and they are overwhelmingly large. And I don't see them just running back into their cocoon now simply because he's been arrested. So I would rather plead that the federal government uses this opportunity to portray itself as one that can apply what President Obasanjo called the stick and carrot approach, by saying, now, let us discuss what actually is your problem. I'm not talking of Nnamdi Kanu as a person. I'm talking about the collective of Igbo youths and Igbo senior citizens who are also quietly behind the scene in support of the agitation by the IPOB members. And I'm not talking about this alone. I'm also talking about Yoruba youths and elders who are also rooting for Dudua nation. And they run into their millions too. You only need to take a look at the crowd they draw each time they go on the street to protest locally and even internationally. So if anyone sits in a comfort zone and say, these are charlatans, these people don't know what, they don't matter, well, it's like postponing the evil day. Because the caliber of Yoruba people that I have seen coming out to protest locally and internationally include professors, lawyers, engineers, top medical doctors, some of them first-rate medical consultants. And I'm not talking of a dozen crowd or a couple of hundreds. I'm talking of thousands, particularly in Western nations. So, President Muhammadu Buhari, this is the time for you to put any form of inhibition aside and open a door for dialogue. Don't let any of your aid, any of your assistants make this an occasion for passing across provocative messages on the social media. See what has happened to Nnamdi Kanu. You, his followers, you will see what will become of you. That will be terribly counterproductive. And I'm not a soothsayer. I'm not a member of IPOB, but I'm a social scientist and an observer of trends in Nigeria. And I know that the crowd I see that these guys pull, this Nnamdi Kanu pull, some of them are highly educated, sophisticated. The idea that they are all, illiterate traders is not true. Some of them are highly placed people. So we should not allow this to produce another form of Boko Haram. You know, Mohammed Yusuf was arrested too, similarly. And we don't know what happened. The next thing was to produce his corpse. And then it was like the end of Boko Haram had come. And then before you knew what was happening, an Abubakar Shekau was upon us. I don't want an Abubakar Shekau in the case of IPOB. I want whatever grievances IPOB members have to receive hearing at the presidential level. And after all, the Miyetti Allah, despite the atrocities its members are committing across the country, killing, maiming, destroying farms, and they keep talking and defending their people, they have not been taken to jail. Rather, the federal government is talking about reclaiming grazing routes for them. So in a way, federal government recognizes that they have some legitimate claims. And whether the method the president wanted to use to solve their problem is right or wrong, the fact remains that he gave them a hearing and he spoke in a way that will suit their nerves. Why can't President Buhari extend the same to all groups agitating? It's not just IPOB. In the east there you also have MASOB before IPOB, and MASOB is still there. In Yoruba land you have OPC and so many other groups that you don't even know exist. And then in the Middle Belt the same thing. And the South, of course, you know of the Avengers, you know of the various groups there. So people are unhappy. A lot of people are dissatisfied. And it's not limited to Middle Belt and the South, even in the North. It's not everybody that is an establishment person. It's not everybody that is happy, even with the Buhari administration. It's not every Fulani that is happy. Why can't we have a national dialogue? President Buhari is teaching time saves 9. God bless every lover of peace and progress listening to this.